Hi, welcome to Team Snake's Orbital project done by Heng and I, Jack. What you are seeing right now is our version of a snake AI that plays the perfect classic snake game. When we play a simple game like Flappy Bird or Crossy Road that relies heavily on timely inputs, we often find ourselves failing the game due to human incompetence. However, a computer possesses no such limitation. A monster of precision and computing power which could easily surpass the limits that humans have.
This brings about some questions. What can a machine with precision achieve? Is it possible to push such games to the absolute limit if such a limit exists in the first place? To further investigate this question, we looked at classic games with minimal inputs and a clear end condition, eventually deciding on Snake. How would a computer play Snake in order to achieve the perfect Snake game in as few moves as possible?
That is our overarching goal, and it is what we have set out to create in this project. Our final product includes both a multiplayer mode as well as an AI mode to either compete with your friends or with our Snake AI. By accessing our website, you will be brought to our landing page, and from here, both game modes are available for selection, as well as a wallpaper mode. Selecting multiplayer will bring us to the playing field where two players can compete for the highest score. Instructions will also be shown on each individual playing field until that respective player makes their first move. As we can see from the instructions, the left player will use WASD, while the right player will use the arrow keys. In both multiplayer and AI mode, we have implemented our own scoring system. More points are awarded based on the length of the current snake and how few steps were taken to reach the food. Thus, taking more steps results in less points being awarded. After a player's snake has hit either the walls or itself, their game ends, and a game over screen is shown while waiting for the other player to complete their game. With both games done, you can either replay or head back to our landing page to try other different modes.
The second mode allows the user to challenge our AI. We implemented our AI in two separate phases. The first phase uses A-star pathfinding algorithm, and second phase uses a Hamiltonian cycle with a shortcutting algorithm. Our A-star pathfinding algorithm finds the shortest path to the food each time a new food has been spawned. However, this becomes unsustainable when the snake gets too long, and this is where our next phase comes in. In phase 2, the snake follows a Hamiltonian cycle which sets a path for the snake to travel through every grid on the board and return to the original starting position. Due to the nature of snake, this ensures that the snake will never die as long as it follows this Hamiltonian cycle. However, making the AI repeat this cycle continuously until it completes the game is, well, a bit boring. Thus, we have an algorithm that checks through a set of conditions and dictates when the snake is allowed to take shortcuts in order to be more efficient. We also implemented a difficulty slider that ranges from 1 to 10, with 1 being the easiest and 10 being the best iteration of our AI. The lower the difficulty, the higher the chance the snake will rebel against the algorithm. In the pathfinding phase, the snake has a chance to lag by moving in the same direction it was before. In the Hamiltonian cycle phase, the AI keeps track of directions that are inefficient, directions that will break out of the Hamiltonian cycle, and directions that will result in its death. The lower the difficulty, the higher the chance for the AI to mess up and take one of these options. One challenge that we pose to the users is to beat the level 10 AI in order to uncover an Easter egg.
Lastly, we have a wallpaper mode on our landing page. This is what has been running since the start of the video. It features our Snake AI completing the Snake game at an increased speed. Now, it's about time that the Snake game is completed. Thank you, and let us enjoy the Snake AI completing the perfect Snake game.